Hey, Steve from Redneck Garage. I've got a lot going on, man. Had a funeral to go to. Had a graduation party for my oldest son, Christian, which is cool. Got some updates to do on the Jeep. Actually been driving it around, and during this initial drive time I found some things I had to go back and fix, some little minor little stuff. Short to find on the radio, which ended not be the radio. Ordered some other additional stuff to finish up. So all in all, the Jeep is doing great. Jennifer's driven it up and down the road a little bit. So just a couple update videos. Let's get to them. Well, that's what it was. That was the seats. I got a cold, man. I'm all hoarse today. That's what it was. Is the seats. I ordered them 2 days ago from Georgia, and now they're here. So we're going to take a look at them. Which is pretty amazing, really. They got them here that quick, UPS. But I ordered them from a guy from a shop in Georgia rather than California, because it takes about a week less. And then I'm going to reuse these boxes to put those other seats in. Well, they packed them pretty well. Alright. Oh, this box has been opened before. Nah, they're new. Oh yeah! You get your little baggie of parts, just like the other seats. They're unit fit. Left and right are the same seat, I think. The knob goes either side depending on which one. It'll actually go on the other side. But. So that's the new ones. They look like the factory style seats. And it's got a little pocket on the back. That's cool. Which wasn't in the picture. But that's nice. And let me just take a little seat here. Oh yeah. That feels good. Sounded like it was almost getting low on gas, so there you go. Alright, guess what this is? This is the vehicle inspection emissions control testing, which says it passed. And here's the sad thing, is Jennifer took it down there and got it tested, and the check engine light was on. It's supposed to be an automatic fail, and they passed it anyway. How retarded are they? Yeah, I've got a problem with one of the injector connectors. I've got to go in and clean that up, because I can wiggle and it'll stop and then it'll go on. So it was running on 3 cylinders when it passed. How great is that? Awesome. Yeah, no wonder the readings were low. And I got the title. I'm going to take this down and we're going to get some tags today. So I will be back. Alright, it's a big day today. We're going down to see if we can get the title and the tags for this thing. Where are we going? Alright, I'm being forced to go get tags for this because she's too anxious to drive. I feel like crap. I got a cold and respiratory infection. So here I am having to go.
You have a respiratory infection?
It's a respiratory infection. It's just not strep throat. So the last time Jennifer and I drove it together, it didn't have a windshield. Still got some stuff to work on, I can tell. What is that? Oh, that's brakes. That ain't brakes. hadn't been driven for like 6 months, so I don't know. Is it doing that when you're driving it?
It didn't do it the whole time. It did it in the beginning, but remember it did it when you were, the last time we drove, we didn't have the windshield in it.
I don't remember that.
We went to up to Randy's and it did that. It did that.
Okay, so going to get the tags for the Jeep, and we're standing here in line, and I just want you to look at the signs that are on the wall. About, I don't know, it had to be like 100 years ago, or when the buggies went out with the and was replaced with the horseless carriage, that this woman was elected in office as the Register of Deeds, which means she's in charge of like all the car tags and stuff, right? So she has the nerve to put these signs up that say no texting, no cell phone usage. You know, the line is always like out the door. This is the second time I had to come in today because the line was so far out the door, I couldn't get it. So she's got people standing around, right? There is no customer service because there's no, what I would call, in my sense of urgency. There is no sense of urgency to take care of the people that walk through the door because it's a government agency, I guess. But anyway, I am going to make it known in the next election that we need to hire somebody that knows what a cell phone even is, that doesn't need to put up signs that say no cell phone usage and no texting. That's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. So while you sit here for 30 minutes or more waiting to get your tags, to pay them $200, which is what it costs to get the Jeep registered with sales tax and all that stuff in Tennessee, right? I'm forbidden to use my cell phone or text anyone. Okay, maybe the cell phone I could see that it is maybe an issue. Cell phones could be an issue of them trying to take care of you and you're on the phone talking to somebody. But texting, you can't stand in line and text someone or even make a phone call to your kids and say, hey, pull the roast out of the freezer so we have something to dinner tonight because I'm running late because their customer service sucks. Okay, so that's my rant of the day. I'm hoping in the next election that we can hire somebody that knows what a cell phone is, or knows what technology is and how people use it, so they don't put up ridiculous, idiotic, retarded signs like these that we are paying our tax dollars to be able to give the government to drive a vehicle on the streets, which I'm fine with that. But to be able to be like Nazi Germany and say, oh, you can't text or use a cell phone in our office is ridiculous, and she should be voted out of office on the next vote. She may just die because she's like 150. So anyway, that's all I got to say about getting the tags for the Jeep. Just retarded. All right, so I'm hoarse today. Driven the Jeep a little bit and found a couple issues, you know, nothing that's major. I got one weird noise, I don't know what it is. It's driveline related. Something when you're coasting. Doesn't do it all the time, just once in a while. But I did find out that the starter is bad because I had to beat on it with a hammer and get it to crank over. So I've got to replace the starter. That's what I'm working on today, because if it doesn't start, then it's not much good for anything, is it? Okay, so I'm underneath the Jeep taking off the starter. There's the starter. But I can tell you, I know what the noise was that was weird. If you look over there at that wheel, you can see that brake backing plate on the new rotor. You can see where it's rubbing on the rotor, and it was like a metal sound, and I was like, what in the heck is that? But that's it. That's where that noise is coming from. So I just have to bend that backing plate for the rotor back, and it'll quit making that noise. Awesome. All right, so I got the old starter off. I'm going to run to O'Reilly's and get one. Slap her back on. So that's all that's going on right now. I've got the Honda videos. We're about to start. I got all the Honda parts in. So we're going to start rebuilding the front end of that. It should be a pretty quick fix, I'm hoping. Paint the front end on it. Won't even need a redneck spray booth for that. We're just going to, since it's not my car and I'm not getting paid, we're going to throw some paint on this baby and get it down the road. Got a trip coming up with the Toyota RV. We're going to go through some of the Toyota RV stuff. That's kind of cool. I love the RV. It's an RV out of time. So that's about all that's going on right now with the Redneck Garage. Hope everything's going well in your world. Any questions or comments, post them below. Keep turning wrenches.